Well, it looks like depth continues to be the topic of discussion here with the addition of Sterling Brown outside of Reggie Bullock. He comes in as a promising young player, 26 years old, for a 2 year, $6.2 million contract that offers just a little bit more than what we're getting from Bullock. So let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Lenny End Zone in the building, dropping buckets for us Dallas Mavericks, MFFLs. What is up? And I'm taking the lead for the Eagles one video at a time. Go Birds. If y'all are new to the channel and like the diversity of fandom that I bring to the table, I'd love to have you a part of the End Zone fam. And all you got to do to achieve that is hit the subscribe button. So ever so close to 200 subscribers. So, you know, I would love to achieve that 10% at a time, working our way to 1,000. That's all it takes. Hit the like for the algorithm. Helps get the videos out there. Further Mavs and Bleeding Green Nation for the Eagles. And smash that notification bell so y'all know when I drop my next piece. And let's get into a little bit of Sterling Brown here because there is some promise. There's definitely some promise. Young player, got first picked up by the Milwaukee Bucks in his respective draft class. And then, over the course of period of time here, he hasn't necessarily been one of those starting caliber guys. He's mainly been a role player. But he still follows the mold as like a 3-and-D type of guy. Dallas was in a void of that last year. I mean, outside of Dorian Finney-Smith swapping between the 3 and the 4, and then all you really had to fall back on 3-and-D was Tim Hardaway Jr. Sterling and Reggie Bullock in that respect add to much needed depth at the position. And I've been hearing from time to time here that the Mavs might be done with free agency. I don't exactly know if that's going to hold true. To me, we still need at least one more playmaker. Another point guard would be nice. I don't necessarily trust Jalen Brunson and Trey Burke in the long term. Trey's could be coming to an end on his contract. I think he still has at least a year left or so. Jalen Brunson was in the same rookie class as Luka Doncic, so he's still in development. But outside of that, you would like a veteran to assist Luka in that regard. So, but all in all, Sterling's a decent project type of piece here. Spent most of his career so far for the Milwaukee Bucks until he started playing for the Houston Rockets last year. A Rockets team that, I know I got subs that are Rockets fans, but they were just flat out terrible. After the whole James Harden debacle and Oladipo did not work at all because he can't stay healthy. And what happens is you have guys like Sterling Brown coming in and playing starters minutes. He averaged 24 minutes for the Rockets last year in 51 games out of 72. He averaged, a modest 8 points, 4 rebounds, assist and a half. He shot 45% from the field, 42% from 3. He's a career 78% free throw shooter, but he was at about 81 last year. His effective field goal percentage was better than his career total at 52.5. He was a 58.4. So I mean, yeah, this isn't a shooting over the moon type of signing here. We know what we're getting in a guy like Sterling Brown. So again, we're talking 3-point percentage here. In regards to that, compared to Reggie Bullock in 3-point attempts. Sterling Brown came out as highest of his career so far for Houston, and that obviously is from the amount of minutes that he has accumulated in his responsibilities for that void of talent Rockets team. He had to put up the highest 3-point attempts of his career, 4.2. He usually hovered around 2.5. So that goes to show how much more he was needed in that Rockets offense. Obviously, you're going from a jump in minutes from around 15 to 17 to 24. So his point average should go higher. It's only about 8.2. Outside of that, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about with Sterling other than he's a good depth piece. He can come behind Tim Hardaway Jr. and Dorian Finney-Smith. He should be a guy that you can depend on to give you a three when you need it most. The Mavs have a lot more shooters now than they did last year. So this should invite a lot more assist opportunities for Luka to average like 11, 12 assists a game, so long as these guys knock down their shots. But what I wanted to get into here, like I said, I talked about that there's a little bit of a difference with Sterling Brown to Reggie Bullock. Sterling can do a little bit more with the ball in his hands than Reggie can. Reggie's more of that, that like 3-point specialist. He's not going to really take you off the dribble. He's not going to back down people much, or try and look for the easy shot inside. He doesn't do a whole lot of that. He's pretty much a 3-point shooter with good defense. So 3-and-D, hence the term. So Sterling has a little bit more. So we're going to look at one of his better games last year. This was a game against the San Antonio Spurs. I think the Rockets went on to win this game. He hits 3 threes, and he didn't hit a lot of threes this game. He only had 3, but 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He did a little bit of everything. 23 points. So if we go to the box score here, we'll take a look at that for a minute. So this was in January. So we'll bring that up for a quick second. They had to play the Spurs. So so plus minus he was even. So there was really no change there at all. His game score is a 20.3, one of the highest game scorers in this season. The only other one that was better was in March against the Raptors, where it was a 20.5 opposed to 20.3. This game he had 23 points, 7 total rebounds, 2 being offensive, 3 assists, 2 steals. He only had 1 turnover and 1 foul. So that's pretty good there. He only got to the free throw line, I think, either once or twice. He made both free throws. He shot 3 of 7 from this game from 3. That's still good for 43%. You're going to take that. From the field, he was 9 of 17. You'll take that as well. It's 53% field goal percentage. So I mean, these are decent numbers for a contribution of 36 minutes. I mean, you will take this kind of game from a player like Sterling Brown. So we'll go over a couple of the highlights here from this game and close out the video here. So let's see here. First, one of the early possessions for the Spurs, DeRozan loses the ball on good defense. Got a bit of ball movement working around. 16 going across the court here underneath, where Sterling was just able to find an easy bucket. Let's see. We get to the next possession here. Now we got Sterling Brown on the inbound. Nice bounce pass to P.J. Tucker. So, he's got a feel for the pass. Here we go. Next highlight here. We got him working from top of the key. Some nice ball movement. Sterling working at the top, working on DeRozan, getting inside. A good take to the basket. So he can do. He's got the. He's got the talent to take you off the dribble. There he is being aggressive underneath, forcing the foul on Patty Mills on a dangerous pass. He keeps the offensive possession going for the Houston Rockets. And then he goes to the line, the charity stripe, and puts both of them in. Not so much of a highlight, but for a Mavericks team that struggled to make their free throws last year, I think that's one thing that's a little bit underrated with these signings is that both Reggie Bullock and Sterling Brown are pretty good free throw shooters. I think for Sterling, you would want him to be a little higher than just 80%. For his career, he's only 78. I think you would want that to be a little higher. Reggie Bullock last year was in the 90 to 91 percentile. So I mean that's something else that you can also work on with Sterling. Here we go. Next possession here looks like Christian Wood working around top of the key as Sterling Brown works inside on a double shot contest, and he still gets the basket to go. Here he is again working around. Getting the ball off the screen, loses it there, picks it back up, but he's still driving on LaMarcus Aldridge with a defender keeping him behind him. Here we go, defensive set here. The guy he's guarding loses the ball. Nice go-ahead pass there, kicks it back out. He's wide open for a three, nothing but net. Here we go, next offensive possession here. Got another kick out. There he is, catch and shoot. Another similarity to Reggie Bullock. We got two nice three-point shooters here that we can work with for Luka. There he goes, taking Patty Mills, mouse in the house on the drive, the mismatch. He's not afraid to get aggressive when he necessarily needs to. He's not gonna really camp out on the three-point line. He's going to get some ball movement in there. It's a good sign. And he's only 26 years old, so it's a nice project piece. Nice developmental piece. So there he is, being aggressive, wanting the ball off of the loose rebound attempt there. There he goes, catch and shoot opportunity once more, finds a spot and knocks it down over DeJounte Murray. You go another defensive possession here. PJ Tucker with the rebound. He's going to lead it up. Nice spin move on Patty Mills. He's going to go coast to coast. Nice aggressive mentality here. That was a nice aggressive mentality from Patty Mills, from Sterling Brown. He had a mix of aggressiveness. He's going to play defense. Going to go after loose ball opportunities, inbound ability. He's got a little bit of everything. He's got a little bit of everything to his game. Nothing necessarily sticks out, but great pickup for the price. Only $6.2 million. Him and Reggie Bullock were a part of the mid-level exception this year, so that doesn't count them. That doesn't count them so much against the cap going into this season. Good move there from the Mavs front office. So we got some intriguing pieces here to work around Luka. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments on the Sterling Brown signing, what it means for the depth of the team, and if the Mavericks, outside of the signing, outside of bringing in Moses Brown and the Josh Richardson trade and retaining Tim Hardaway Jr. and Boban, did the Mavericks do enough in free agency? Are they done in free agency? Let me know down in the comments. Lindy is going to get out of here. Fly Eagles, fly bleed green. MFFLs, go Mavs. Luka, go for the bronze, man. That was hard. It was heartbreaking, but we love you, bud. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and I'll see you.